We are back, baby. 12 months of bushfires and pandemics and busted cars and a couple of court cases, but they don't matter because technically I'm not on the register, so we're all good. We are here with the Big Dog Ranger, Breeze Patrol, and a couple of friends too. So Breeze brought along a friend Bridget, which is just an absolute mess, and Brody from Touring Lab. Already fixed my car, so I like that guy. We've got a couple of epic days in store for us. Some gnarly wheeling, some beach camping, some buggies, some ruts, some quad bikes, some beers, some beach camping. I said that. I can say it twice, it's that good. Bree and I have done some pretty serious modifications on these cars and we're going to need a hardcore shakedown. That means serious wheeling, some serious touring. Weenie Creek is the perfect place to start.
Alright, it's good to be back. I'm just at the top of Weenie, approaching the start of the track now. First time putting the car in low range, I just had 63% reduction gears put in and we're crawling pretty well, but I'm excited to have this thing back on low range and be back out with the crew and getting into it.
Right.
That feels really shit. I lost my brakes. I just started sliding. Yeah, if I just turn down into it, am I going to be okay? I'm going to just drop off on this driver's side?
So you'll drop off.
Okay, that'll even me out.
So your rear's still on the ground, that's fine. That's it, easy does it. Your rear passenger's going to drop. Should go at the same time, shouldn't be too bad. That's it, keep it up. Yep.
Do it.
Good drive.
Sweet.
Didn't even touch that.
It's been a while since I've been wheeling, so I'm mad.
Weenie Creek is a serious four-wheel drive playground. It's rock step after rock step, all the way from the start of the track right to the end. Now, we've got a few different vehicles with us, from solid axles to IFS, 33s all the way up to 37s. Each vehicle is going to take each obstacle a completely different way.
Starting to go down slow. He does it, that's it mate, beautiful. Not bad for a rolling kitchen, eh?
Not bad mate, big rig's first track, eh? It lives.
What about the clunks?
Don't worry about them, it's a feature, I added them. It was an optional extra, I did the motor work, the canopy, the clunks. It's a big process mate, a lot of people who aren't as mechanically inclined as me won't understand how much effort I had to go to put those clunks in.
First time wheeling the new N80, so this will be a little bit different to what I'm used to in my other car, solid axle Hilux. We'll see how we go.
Perfect. Okay, coming straight towards me. Yeah.
Good looking good.
She left a little bit. Right towards me. Yeah. Okay, straight. Perfect. Okay, go to the right.
Oh, there you go. Done it with ease. That was a pretty good start to the track. Now we've just got the rest of it to go.
Phew. I'm a little nervous, but I'm driving a Toyota, so it's going to be alright. I guess anything's possible with me driving. They're giving me codes, hand signal codes.
Alright, so for those of you who aren't familiar with Weenie Creek, because we didn't actually explain it, this is basically where the Wadigans meets the Blue Mountains. It's where they get close, they touch tips. This track itself, G-Arm South, is an amount of kilometers, I'm not exactly sure how many, of just rock step after rock step. So what we're going to do is roll a bit of a montage, a little bit of sexy music, some generic clips, just give you guys a bit of a vibe about what it's about without this being a 4-hour montage of rock steps. So we might just try and keep a bit of pace about us, and unless there's a pretty gnarly obstacle, we'll just pick the easy tracks around it and see if we can get to the lookout rather than just pumping rocks all day.
Sounds like a plan.
Rocks with an R.
that was good.
I love this thing some days.
Yeah.
It's so good. Ride a bit more to get your wheel up my something like that nicely, go the rest of it.
Thank you. Oh, good.
If you're familiar with Weenie Creek, you would know this hill. It is the destroyer of dreams, and it is where most people end up turning around because it is an absolute epic climb that kills clutches, kills CVs. We've basically run out of vehicles that will make it up here unscathed. So Bree and I got up top, we spun around now. Brody got up, but was just gonna do too much damage to his four-wheel drive. So either we can ditch them, which I did suggest, or we can turn around, head back to camp, drink a couple of beers, meet up with a good friend of mine. So let's do that. Long 37-inch Toyos, and it's just not cutting the mustard. So I've replaced her. This is Paul's car. It is also on 37-inch Toyos, and you'll notice it is not stuck or being winched. Be more like Paul, bro. So, for those who don't know, this is my friend Paul. He and I used to work together back at Action a million years ago. I stayed in media, and he started his own swag company. So he's a lot smarter than me, and he drives a Raptor, so it all kind of makes sense. What do you reckon, Paul? Came for a couple of days camping, wheeling, bit of beach fishing.
Pretty keen.
Beautiful. I don't know how to fish, but I assume you'll have it sorted.
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't know how to fish either. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might just drink beer and do race car shit instead. So, what do you reckon we get that nugget back up the hill and go camp?
Sounds good to me.
Alright, sounds good to Paul, so let's do that. Alright, that is Weenie Creek somewhat done. We didn't make it to the end, but we had fun, and that is the whole point of rock crawling, especially with friends. So we got out at the end. Some had to winch, some had to drive. I definitely had to winch. Now Bridget tells us that she knows a secret little campsite. It's probably terrible, but we're gonna humor her and go check it out anyway. So it's hot, it's dusty, there's flies, there's beers, it's terrible jokes. This is basically red dirt in its prime. Welcome back. Time for a campsite.
Plan was to camp at the top of the track, just a bit of a dust bowl. Because I have been there before, I thought I'd spoil the gang and take them to a camping spot just further up the track. The view's amazing and actually nice to take everyone somewhere that I knew and spoil everyone a little bit to end the first day.
Let's not waste time, we'll take this slow. You got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two.
Go on, hurry up.
With what?
The chumming, the funny, the cooking.
Neither of those things. Brody, you're up.
Do you guys want your buns still connected or do you want them in two separate pieces?
Yeah, Dan, how do you want your buns?
Do you want your
Buttered?
buns powdered?
Spread and powdered. Buttered, I guess. Stuffed full of meat? No. Not that one. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How are we? Ooh.
Get a load of that. Absolute ripper camp last night, and the sun is just peeking up over that ridge. So I'm gonna pack up, fire the Ranger up, get the coffee machine going, air some tyres up, and apparently Paul's got some race car stuff for us today. I don't know what that means, but he drives like an absolute rat bag, so it should be good for a laugh. Let's go.
We are packed up and good to go. So we're just on our way up to Putty Road at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is right now. Paul grabbed Bree, took off, gave us the address of 5308 Putty Road and told us to bring our cameras. So sounds a little bit weird, but I like Paul and I'm sure this is definitely going to have rat baggery involved. Let's see what happens.
This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world, good world gone bad.
Ten out of 10.
10 out of 10.
That's a lot.
10 out of 10 from the sideline too.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I enjoyed it.
Too much. And he's like, stop correcting, and I'm like, it's just my instincts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was
Pretty good.
yeah, can't beat that.
Are you gonna go again?
Yeah, I'll go again. We entered the V8 buggies on quite a high, but as usual, Dan had to put a damper on the mood because he broke the Ranger. So it was off to the servo to pull over. I spent a couple hours there. Well, we had to sit around and wait for Dan to fix his Ranger. As usual, I don't know why you guys are surprised.
Well, Paul, Bree, I'm glad you guys are having a fun day. My day, not so good. One of the running jokes has always been that whenever a four-wheel drive show has been doing some sort of marketing, they've said, oh, we're doing R&D. We actually are. So DriveTech 4x4 hooked us up with some new fancy rear suspension and basically said, here's some springs, go see how they break and carry a spare set of springs to swap in. That happened, big wheel stand in the Ranger. So I've got new Brody over there getting to work, stopped up at Colo Heights, and he and I are going to play suspension.
Hey, what did you do?
Everything.
I'm tired of the nosebleeds. When the game on the line, you can't throw it and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen, putting on the work but they don't give me no recognition. Basically the league's MVP but the P is missing. I'm the most valuable but sometimes they tend to forget it.
Alright, we are done. The big rig is back together. Well, almost. The boys are just buttoning it up now. So it just goes to show that R&D is actually a thing. I think it's research and destroy. DriveTech got me to do the destroy part, but in the meantime, the takeaway is if you want to be invited on a red dirt trip, if you want to come on this kind of thing, I don't know why you would, but if you do, just help out. My God, does it make life so much easier when everyone hooks in. Time to hit the road. I reckon pretty decent start to the Sunday. Cheeky bit of wheeling out of camp, some off-road racing, a little bit of trackside modifications, not repairs, modifications.
Yeah, I love the buggies. I've never seen anything like that before. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, look, it's been a very, very eventful day, I can say that. But yeah, those V8 buggies, they were sick to watch on the sideline. They were just epic.
Not a bad day, all in all. Pretty good Sunday.
Well mate, it's only early afternoon. We've got the trees on our left, river on our right, and a pub in front of us. So what do you say we hit a little bit of a road trip montage and make some miles?
Good day for it.
Day for it.
Day for it.
Day for it.
We're in St Albans.
St Albans.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. St Albans at the Settlers Arm.
Yeah, we're at the St Albans pub, super old pub by the water. I think it's like 200 years old. It's a great place. So we're keen to have a beer. It's been a hot day, long few days. So
Yeah, I think it's definitely a after days. Had an eventful day. So we're gonna go in here, over here. We've got the crew behind us. We're gonna go meet them inside and have a couple cold ones. What do you reckon?
yeah, I'm thirsty.
Thirsty? Let's do it.
We have timed this terribly. We got to Settlers Arms right on last strings, and that means one thing. We had to boogie on up to Wollombi Tavern, get in there late and get ready for the next morning.
Everyone's just slowly packing up. We've got a bit of a big day today. We're going to drive up towards Newey, check out Catherine Hill Bay, and then hopefully ride some quads after that. Can't get better than that.
On the road again, we have just left the Wollombi Tavern, kick-ass little town, tons of beers, great tunes, just happy days. Now we're on the road out to a little place called Catherine Hill Bay. Apparently there is a bunch of sick wheeling and even better lookouts out there. I don't know exactly how much of it is legal, so I'm just going to go check out the situation, see if we can have a fun little pit stop along the way, and then head on to our final destination this afternoon, which I am super keen for. If you haven't been to Catherine Hill Bay before, the place is just unreal. A few of us have been shown around there a couple of years back, so we thought we'd head up there, check it out, see if there's any tracks still open. This place is worth it. Looks like there's a bunch of four-wheel drive tracks around here. It's a shame to see them all bollarded. I hate seeing that.
The place is just completely deteriorated. People leaving rubbish and stuff like that, which is annoying, but yeah, it's no good.
Oh, that's it. Plus I had to find a new place to dump asbestos when they put the bollards in.
I'm just going to jump out and have a quick look at this. Just give me 1 second.
It's a joke, by the way. Dump it on the side of the road like a normal tradie.
I'd actually been to Catherine Hill Bay this year, and some of the tracks are closed off, but I did know that there was a few gates still open, so we went made our way in there and had a little bit of a look, and luckily enough we managed to get to one of my favourite lookouts.
Bridget's just done a quick run up the left-hand side. I thought it was the easy track, but she ended up spinning wheels, giving the CVs a bit of a hard time. Brody's running up to spot her up now, so hopefully this run goes a little bit better and that CV's still intact. Open diffs have ruined the day again, so what we're going to do, Range has got a relocker, so we're going to chuck that in. We'll cruise it past and then we'll put a strap on her or a winch or something and pull her straight up, because this isn't going to plan.
Dan, turn around here or?
Yeah, I think so. I was looking at maybe chucking a strap on her and trying to pull her up, but I think probably easier just drive in, back up.
Yeah, definitely. And
on nose in, run the winch line down.
Yeah, a lot safer.
Yeah.
A lot quicker. And then get her up out of
probably got another like 15 metres, and I don't have another 15 metres to pull her up. But
no, true.
I can park here with a winch and just get her straight up. So
yep.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Sounds like a plan.
Happy days. Pretty much whenever you're winching, a winch doesn't pull something to you, it just makes the distance smaller. So what's going to happen, if it's easier to pull my Ranger downhill than pull hers up, that's what the winch is going to do. So we've nosed the bumper into a couple of trees, which means I am a rock solid anchor. I pretty much winch the Titanic up here now, so that should work well because the Titanic's sailing performance went about as well as Bridget's driving performance. It was mean. I stand by it, but it was mean. You guys want to keep on pushing on and see where this track goes, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm keen for that, man.
Yeah, I have got the map in front of me, so I can tell you your left and right so we can get to this lookout.
I'm looking at a big metal concrete thing. Not much metal, it's concrete. What's the story with that?
I think it's a bunker from war times. I'm not exactly sure of the history on it, but it's been here a long time. Oh, wow.
There's not many places that you can come to with a spot big enough for more than one car, and you get to see this much water.
Past the bunkers and this headland is absolutely amazing, but I'm not letting Paul have all the fun, all the shenanigans. It's time to boogie on up to Stockton. I've got a little bit of high-octane fun myself.
Alright, let's do this, shall we? Oh. Your little bitch bikes are over there, so make your way over there. We're gonna go over here, so we'll meet you out.
I'm that keen. I am that keen.
I know that you guys will have the shittest day ever!
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that little quad bike montage that we put together. Absolutely epic, and it was definitely us. That is the best. Alright, look, it wasn't us. We forgot to ask about filming with GoPros, but their footage was sick. Riding quad bikes is sick. You should do it too.
Once we wrapped up on the quads, what a hell of a time that was. I was super excited to air down and get the GU on the beach and give it a good test out with these reduction gears and everything that I put in. And I mean, who doesn't love a big open beach with plenty of dunes? I mean, this is going to be fun.
In front of me is the entrance to get onto Stockton Beach. So where everyone's just airing down now. We're going to camp here the night. We've actually just come from going for a massive slap around on the quad bikes. Everyone's pretty drained, a bit sun-zapped, so excited to get on the beach, crack open some beers, set up the swags, and spend the rest of the day having a well-deserved relax, I think.
Guys, can we take a moment? Come in focus here, Dan.
What? not going to apologise for partying.
Party shirts are on. Do you guys know what this means? It's gonna go hard tonight. Well, I couldn't think of a better place to wrap up the episode. Stockton Beach, we cruised in the afternoon, and what a sunset it was. We had to stop and get a couple for the gram. You'll probably see them later on. But whatever hell of a trip it's been, we've done some epic wheeling. I've been in a V8 buggy, we've done quads, we've drank plenty of beer, and we've had a great time doing it all.
Alright, what an absolute epic couple of days. Good tracks, good four-wheel driving, mediocre company, but what can you do? It's a hell of a way to start 2020. If things go to plan, you should be seeing this episode about mid-February, and we should be balls deep in planning overseas travels, lots of hanging out with mates. Should be a hell of a trip. Strap yourselves in, you guys are in for one hell of a ride. These are springs I'm R&D'ing. Might need a little bit more D and a little bit less R, I think.
Out on the quad bike on Stockton.
Up the bum.
Nicely driven, Brie. All by yourself. Yeah.
Just put that winch controller away real quick.
What winch? We've made some new friends and we've made some great new memories. It's so cheesy.
Come down this section and then turn left, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just figured. Yeah, that's the plan.
I might have to come back by myself. Come back. When you pull out.
Let's wheel. That should be a thing. Let's wheel.
I can't do the whole. I'm trying coordinated.
Just do wheel. One hand. Give it a push.
I don't know why you thought you could point the camera at me and have me be funny and charming.
I guess it didn't work the first 14 episodes.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Cooking
I got
scene
4.5
done.
minutes. Yeah, sweet. Thank you. Fucking milking a bull here sometimes.
Sorry, I just had to turn Bridget off.
Is there a button for that?
Yeah, big blue one. You just press it and it shuts right up. It's great.
D&D, they've thought of everything, haven't they?